Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's Spirit Guide, or welcome back to me. Thank you guys so much for just being patient with me when I was going through my grieving process. As most of you know who follow my channel, welcome new subbies, welcome new people, welcome just interesting onlookers, welcome haters, welcome everybody. Well, not haters, but welcome. Um, yeah, so basically, I was going through a very human moment. I lost an animal, my cat. I had him for 20 years. I had him since he was 1 month old. So he turned 21. So, it was his time. You know, he had to go back home. But yeah, we were dealing with that over here. My service dog, myself, it was just a lot of emotions, okay? But in looking, and thank you for your prayers and your rips that you put on the page. Thank you so much. It meant a lot to me. Um, Let me just increase this because I'm still using this thing. Anyway, so basically, yeah. So I looked at the Karen Reed verdict, guys. I posted it. Look, I called it. Remember, I kept saying that there was a gentleman attached to this, and I said the gentleman attached. Hold on, I cannot stand this thing, this computer. Oh, it gets on my nerves. There we go. I was like, he's an officer. Oh my goodness, guys, y'all didn't let me know that his name is Brian Albert. He's the other officer involved. Oh, rewatch it. I put it up there for you guys to rewatch. So just rewatch it, okay? So yeah, she's got her little movie coming out. She's got a documentary, like I said, it's coming out. Look, she's gonna be making money off of this, okay? Unfortunately, off of this gentleman's demise, but that's just how it was called, okay? So let's move forward and let's see. She still kept a secret. There's a secret out there with this guy Brian. Now that I know his name, I can call it because I didn't know his name. I could just see him though. I didn't know it. Yeah, but anyway, so let's see what's going on. So I know somebody wanted me to do Chris Brown and Rihanna. Let me explain. So the people that I read, first of all, I have insurance on my reads. Okay, so I have insurance, and I also with that comes like copyright or whatever you want to call it. So anything I say, anything that's put on my channel, it goes through a process before it gets posted. Okay, but now it's like automatic because I post, when I post. So there is insurance and there's protection on the videos as well, right? So my current insurance does not allow me to read people that are not like that are public figures, like not public celebrities. Like I can't because that's like liable if I say anything or like defamation or anything like that. And my policy does not have enough money in it for that. So basically, what I'm doing now is I only do criminals or things in the legal field because that is public information. That's public knowledge. That's something that is protected. Okay, so whatever I say is just for entertainment purposes and it's my opinion. It's my intuitive gift as well. Okay, but doing someone that's like high profile, that's not a criminal, they are a public figure, but they call it like a private public figure. So they have rights. Like when you're on trial, you don't have rights because all your information has to be made public. That's how the court has it. And in my insurance policy, I'm okay in doing it. But if I choose like a Chris Brown or a Rihanna, right, and nobody's on trial, then whatever I say, people can come after me for it, albeit it's true. If I'm saying it, you guys have already seen it and you tested me and you've seen with my videos what I'm saying. It's divinely driven. It's coming from above. So I know things before I know them and before it becomes public knowledge. But if I say it and that person doesn't like it, then they can come back to me and say, hey, you said this, it's true, but I didn't want that information to get out. Perfect example. I'm not going to mention the star. Perfect example. I was on TikTok or something, one of those feeds, and it was a live feed from the artist. It was an artist. And this artist was there talking just to the public, whatever, and everybody was in the chat. There was like 2,000 people, 3,000 in this chat. And I was one of them. And I looked and I said to the person, it was a female, I said to the person, I was like, you're pregnant. That person lit me up on that live. They was like, oh, I am not pregnant. You better watch yourself, blah, 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 blah. And guess what? A week later, the person came out, they were pregnant. I was like, stop your bull. So anyway, so that taught me a lesson. That taught me a lesson. And you can't do that, even though it's true. She wasn't ready to come forward with it yet. That was the problem. She was not ready to come forward that she was pregnant. And she didn't look pregnant at all. But because of my gift, I can always tell. So I was just like, okay, whatever. So I really could have gotten sued for that, for like, I don't know what she could have sued me for. She sues a lot of people. But she could have really sued me for it. So I went and got insurance right after that. That scared me. I was like, no, let me go get some insurance. And then also, you don't want to always tell people about their life because they don't always appreciate it. So it's what it is. So I say all that to say I cannot do Chris Brown and Rihanna because no one's on trial. I could have did A$AP Rocky, but I just wasn't interested. He's not a personality I'm interested in, so that's fine. They have to be on trial. So when you're submitting your video ideas to me, just remember it has to be in the legal realm. Like they have to be on trial in the newspaper, something that's public knowledge, right? And you just give me their name, kind of like y'all did, and y'all did an excellent job. Thank you guys. My community rocks. Y'all did an excellent job when you gave me the name of that guy. Remember that guy? I don't know what state he lives in. I forget. But he was a shooter, and like he went and like shot up an elementary school or something like that, and then they took care of him as well. That when y'all just gave me his name, and I vibed off of that and got all that information because I had not heard about that yet. So I don't watch the news. I don't know if you can hear in the background. I got the Disney. What is this? Disney Clubhouse playing because that's what my little Powerpuff Princess over here watches. And we know who Powerpuff Princess is. So she's over here watching it because we miss Bluey. We missed Bluey this morning. So she's watching, Disney Channel. So basically, if I'm not watching that, I'm watching Storage Wars. If I'm not watching Storage Wars, like yesterday I got hooked on Mysteries at the Museum. Oh my goodness. I watched that for like 8 hours. I kid you not. Like I did a full work shift just watching TV. Plus I saw an update on the place that I want to rent for my business. Yes. And I've been making some inroads on that. I've been connecting with some people on Nextdoor to see if they want to, because I have an event coming up in November. I will be posting that on this channel too. So I got a lot of irons in the fire. Your girl's hustling here, right? I'm hustling. I'm trying to make things work, We finally were able to secure a really, really, really nice place. So that's what we're just waiting for that deal to close, which should be soon. And then we're just going to be in our permanent space at that point. So it's been almost a year, guys. We have been in transition. So you have come with me throughout this journey. We have lost people, unfortunately, lost my animal. And, I had to deal with that, because I said, I feel like his last resting place was somewhere temporary, it wasn't the home, But a friend of mine who's also in the mystic community, she counsels me on things. And she just said to me, you know what? It's not true. She was like, his last place was with you. And she was like, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter where you were, So that made me feel a lot better. So, but guys, it's almost a year we've been out in transition, okay? You see my little bracelet? It says hope. You see? Gotta always have it. Gotta always have hope. Anyway, so that's the update of my life, update on what's going on. My business is starting to pick itself up. I'm going to be on Uber Eats soon. I will let you know when I am, especially if you're in my area that I live in, then you can order from Uber Eats my stuff. And if not, I can start, I'm going to work on in a few months shipping the food, but I got to go get licenses. I'm in the process of doing licensing anyway, so I can sell at the location. I saw it yesterday. It's so cute. I was like, I love it. And all my neighbors are different eateries. I'm the only bakery. I'm the only bakery out of 23 stores. I would be the only bakery. Oh my goodness, the money. So anyway, All right, guys. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay. All right. That was an update on Spirit Guide. Okay. So today, I don't know who I'm going to be reading. I think I'm going to just do Luis Mangione again. P. Diddy, maybe I'll do P. Diddy. I don't know. He just, his trial, I don't even know if it's still going on. After he said he was upset about 7 people, I was like, 7? Sir, do you know what you're being charged with? But anyway, so let's continue. All right, let me focus. Okay. Thank you, Divine, for all the blessings you've given me, all the clarification, eye-opening, and just thank you for allowing me and my world to just continue to exist as we are. Thank you so much. All right, let's get into this. Let me get some energy. Who am I getting energy on? Who's out there needing energy? Who wants to show me some energy? Somebody has 10 of coins. That's, I feel like it's Puffy. I feel like that's for Puffy. Let's continue. What else is going on? Is there energy on Puff Daddy? I guess that's who it is. Yep, Chariot. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. My goodness. It just keeps, you see it, right? They just keep flying out my hand. All right. These 2. Oh my goodness. Y'all see this? It's just flying out. I'm wondering, is this P. Diddy? I see public embarrassment, so I know it has to be him. Okay, yeah, this is him. And bottom of the deck, the devil, toxic. I do not mean to laugh. Oh, wow. All right, that's it. You see the last line. That's interesting, right? We're going to get into that. All right, so the first card, again, it's going to be backwards to you. I'm trying to think. When I did the Karen read, you know what? When I did Karen read, I had my phone. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, I had to get up at 5 in the morning and walk Powerpuff over here because it is going to be 100 degrees today. And I know I'm not going to be able to walk her in that heat. I wouldn't do that to her. So we had to get up extra early to go walking. It was crazy. All right, so here we have 10 of coins, right? So there's a promise of a marriage here. Marriage, children, everything. We know from Puffy's last read that, yeah, he is in a relationship. There is someone that is in his orbit, right? There's someone in his orbit, right? So this is what's the leading energy. This is where he's focused on right now. He's focused on this family dynamic thing, okay? Here you have the Chariot. Okay, it's the Chariot is carrying the family. Okay, it's carrying the family away. Okay, doesn't have to be away from him. It could be carrying the family to him. Okay, so definitely the Chariot is there. Something is moving on and moving quickly. Okay, something is being carried away. Okay, 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, 5 of Cups in reverse. So 5 of Cups is regret in reverse. So it's like someone has accepted. Puffy has accepted what is happening to him. He's not fighting it any longer. He's doing as he's told to do. Okay, but because he sees a future for himself, he sees a family. Remember, he's in a relationship. He sees a family for him. Okay, King of Staffs in reverse. Okay, he's not the decision maker on his team. He is actually the defendant, right? Like he's like the person, or whatever it's called, not the defendant, but the person who's on trial. Like literally that's the role his lawyers are making him play. They're not giving him so many options. And see, that's the difference. Scratching my leg. See, that's the difference between this lawyer and then his other representation. The other representation was doing what he wanted to do. That's why it looked like crap. Things are all over the place because Puffy's not a lawyer, right? This representation is like, look, you're going to do as I tell you to do, and I'm going to help you. And he had to buckle down and let it happen. Okay. Yeah, so you have Knight of Cups in reverse, but remember, that's what I predicted. I predicted that he would find another attorney who's more street savvy. See, in a trial like that, you need that lawyer that's street savvy so that you can have the better chance, okay? So Knight of Cups in reverse, okay? So again, the love that he's in is not a junior love. It's a real love. It's a like a a love for the ages or whatever, So he's not mature. Puffy has matured behind bars. That's the one thing that's constant in all his readings. He's matured behind bars, okay? So Eight of Swords, yeah, he's embarrassed. There's a public embarrassment. He's mortified at this point. But because he's getting used to it, he doesn't really care anymore. He doesn't care. He's like, they know everything about me. He's going to be baby oil joke for the rest of his life. So the next one is death. So there's change abound. So there's some kind of change, which is, I'm thinking it's his personality. He's been humbled with this experience in jail. And remember, I said he's going to say, I changed. Things changed for me. So he got humbled in prison, in jail. Nothing like negative, like, beat downs, even though he did get into fights. Nothing like that. It's just, he was around people that, believe it or not, are like him. See, that's the problem. Puffy, intuitively, I'm thinking and I'm feeling that Puffy thought he was above everybody else. He thought he was different than everybody else. He thought he was unique. He thought everything I'm doing happened for the first time and I'm doing it. But what he didn't understand is he was so far down in the toxic hole. He was in another realm of toxicity. So the universe had to put him where he belongs. So when he got put in jail, yeah, he's upset because, oh, why am I in jail? Whatever, and I'm Puff Daddy. But the universe had to show him, this is who you are. The universe had to show him, this is the depravity of who you are now. You are not different. These are the people that you associate with. These people have a lot in common with you. So he had to go to a level where he had to understand that he is the same as these individuals. There is no difference between what he has done, how he's perceived himself, and the people in prison. He is them. He was already in prison, just on the outside. He was in a mental prison. So universe took him and put him in a physical prison. So now he understands, right? So change is here. So his emotions have changed. His thought process has changed. He has changed about how he views life. Okay, this is almost the growing up he needed, almost at 60 years old. He needed it to understand you're not unique. You're not different. You are just like everybody else. The only difference is you had money, which influenced people. And when you have money and you influence people to do negative to themselves, to their bodies, to their soul, to their being, their will, when you do that against a human being, guess what? You are no better than the people that are behind bars. So universe had to put him behind bars to show him you are the same. And he really had to get that in his head, okay? So here we have Queen of Coins in reverse, okay? Yeah, so again, it's like he's broke. You know what I'm saying? The queen thing, I don't even pay attention to that anymore with his reading, because it's just basically like a prima donna. Like, that's what this is coming out to be to me. It's not like a, sexuality thing. It's just a prima donna. That's what it is in his reading. It's like he was spoiled, if you will. He was spoiled. So this card will always come out with him, always. But that's what it means, okay? Then you have Knight of Coins here. Okay, so he has some kind of investments going on. He still has, I'm thinking he's sharing with his children. He still has that kind of thing going on. Trying to see which one came next. Yeah, so he still had that going on. Okay, and he's kind of, just, it's like for the first time in his life, he is an adult, if that makes sense. He's an adult now, because before he was a prima donna living this fantasy life. He was Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory. Okay, now he is more solid. Okay, here we have toxic. Okay, and that's going to go on Knight of Cups. We have toxic. This whole line here needs to be together, and toxic is going to lead it. Okay, but yeah, so he has toxic traits right now that need to be getting rid of. They need to get rid of them. But change is here. Okay, so that may be the toxicity that they're getting rid of. He's changed who he is. He's very mature now, very mature. And the next one is the magician, right? So now he's in control of what's going on. He is in control. It's like he's in control of his emotions. Puffy is in control of his emotions now. He kind of sees life for what it is. You're only as good as your last action, right? And Puffy didn't understand that. Now he does. Okay, so he does. He understands it, okay? And that had to come from the embarrassment. He had to be publicly embarrassed to understand this concept of life, right? People only remember you for as long as you do good, okay? At this point, this is what the universe is saying about everything going on. So you know what Eight of Cups means, right? This is what the universe is saying about Puffy right now, okay? We've gotten this before. So we'll put that on Chariot. Okay, we've gotten that before, right? We all know Eight of Cups is walking away, right? So read that what you will, right? So here you have the world, which is change. Again, this is the theme for this reading is his change. He's changed, right? He's not the same Puffy. He is a mature individual now. He is a man at this point. Okay, it's a very positive change. Unfortunately, he had to go serve some time to do it. But it's what happens, okay? And at this point, even though he has this in the future, leading him is the relationship. Right now, the relationship is not on his mind. It's not. He's still focused on getting this trial done. Okay, he's still focused on it. All right, let me take one more on toxic. Yeah, see? He had to learn a lesson. Yep. Mm-hmm. With that toxic energy, he had to learn a lesson. He had to learn a lesson. That's what I'm saying. That's what this whole read is about. Is learning a lesson. Puffy, the universe did this to Puffy on purpose. This was what we call karma. This whole situation he is in is karma. That's why it's like you can't always think that, oh, you go to jail and then that means that, you're gonna stay in prison. No. When people get to a point in their life when they are in jail, and jail is the short-term stay, prison is the long-term. So when they're in the short-term stay in jail, that's really society, that's their timeout, if that makes sense. That's the timeout. That's like before your trial, you're just waiting, you haven't been arraigned. No, they're giving you time to kind of get your S together, okay, before they put you in a prison or take you to the next step. Some people don't have to go. Some people go to jail, and then once they finish their time, they leave. They don't ever go to prison, okay? So it's just a timeout. It's like society, that's our version of timeout. It's like you've gotten on our nerves. You have done nothing but wreck our whole society, and we're tired of you. So we're going to give you the time out, okay? So what begins to happen here is he has learned his lesson from this entire process, okay? He has learned this lesson from this entire process. And the biggest thing he has learned here is change, right? How things in your life can change in an instant without you giving the authorization to do it. And see, intuitively, that's what I'm getting about Puffy. Puffy was such a control freak. He felt like things didn't change, people didn't change unless he wanted them to, okay? And he has been warned about that behavior, about those thought patterns, but he has not taken it seriously, okay? Which is why he had to be outed. He had to have the public embarrassment happen, and now he's back in control. So this is like a reset for Puffy. It's a reset. The universe was like, he's crashing out. The universe was just like, You know, you might be going in a direction that's going to really harm you. So let me take you and put you to the side and let you learn some life lessons. I'll teach them to you. You don't have to learn them, but if you learn them, you can leave. So that's where Puffy is, and that's what's going on right now. So with the trial, I don't see the trial up here on the board. Um, I don't see it. Yeah, see, love is coming up. I don't. He's not really. His energy is not about that. Mm-mm. Mm. Yeah, I'm wondering, is it because he thinks he's going to get off? He's not going to be guilty of this. Mm-mm. Yeah, he doesn't believe he's going to be found guilty. That's why he's not giving his trial any energy. He's talking more about his life. Hold on, let me see. And remember, I'm only picking up his energy. I'm not picking up what the truth is or because first of all, it's a trial jury, and there's too many people to be picking up personality and picking up what people think, and you can't. That's really difficult with a jury because you got to tap into each of those energies. And I have not been following this at all, at all. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, he's got some regret, but not really because it's upside down. He's not ashamed anymore. And I think that's like the biggest thing for him was the shame. He's not ashamed anymore. He's like, all right, so what? It happened. They all adults, and they admitted to it. So, yeah. Yeah, Nine of Swords, see? In reverse. This is not in his mind anymore. He's not worried. He's not worried. He doesn't think he's going to get convicted. Yeah, honestly, I don't feel it either. I don't feel it. You're working hard, though. Because what he did was disgusting. I keep saying that because it is. But he's a consenting adult, and so were they. But then I do have Six of Swords in reverse. Not moving on quickly. Okay, and that's on change. All right. So, I don't know. But I'm telling you, his energy. It's like with this Six of Swords in reverse, it's like he feels like time is slowing down. It's like it's just, he can't move on. It's slowing down. Like now he's serving his time, if that makes sense. Before he thought, oh, I'm going to get out on bail and I'm going to do this. I'm going to rip and run. I'm going to do this and that. I'm going to call these witnesses and be like, what's wrong with you? Whatever. But he wasn't able to do that. Now with the Six of Swords in reverse, right? He's not moving on quickly. He's doing his time now. Like he's feeling it. He's becoming an inmate. I just heard that. Becoming an inmate. I'm becoming an inmate. I just heard it. Yeah. He's becoming an inmate. An inmate. Yeah, strength in reverse. Yeah. Yeah. See, he's not fighting. Maybe that's what Two of Cups is. Two of Cups in reverse. He's not thinking about love. He's not fighting. He's kind of giving up a little bit because he's becoming an inmate. He's becoming an inmate now. Mom. So anyway, Three of Staff in reverse. He doesn't have decisions to make. Yeah, his law firm, they're not letting him do anything. They're telling him just sit there and do your time. Let us think of strategies. Let us call people. Let us do that. I'm sorry, guys. It's a strategy. That's what I just said. Let us think of strategies. Yeah, it's a strategy. All right, there's a conflict here. So, but that's part of the strategy. That's part of it, right? Let us do our job. You just do your time, okay? He had to do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. He has no other choices. And he likes this attorney. For some reason, this attorney he likes. The other one he did not. There's something he doesn't see coming. Something he doesn't see coming. I don't know if it's a surprise witness. I don't know what it is. It's something he doesn't see coming. It's a full body betrayal. Full body betrayal. This is someone testifying. He doesn't see it coming. It's a full body betrayal. It's someone testifying. I'm feeling like it's a child of his. It's one of his children. Right, Page of Staff in reverse. He's not going to make a decision to not have this person testify. One of his kids is going to testify against him. I swear that's what I just heard. I heard my son. Just like that. My son? Yeah. Full body betrayal. He doesn't see it coming. It's his son. What are you going to say about your father? Come on. I don't know which one it is. He ain't got so many of them. I swear I just heard my son. My seed, my son. Yeah. Let's see, guys. I hope his son does not testify against his father. This is crazy if he does. Which one is it then? Is it Justin? No, it's not. It's one of them. It's one of the boys. Yeah, it's one. I heard it's one of the boys. I don't know. Someone's testifying against his father. Four of Swords. There we go. It's betrayal. This is just all he's turning out. It's Ace of Swords in reverse. But what this person who's related to him is going to say is not going to be true. It's going to be what he thinks. It's not what he saw. It's what he thinks. That actually, honestly, that's going to help the case. It's going to help. Yeah, it's going to help Puffy's case, actually. It's going to help it. Yeah, it's going to help. So judgment is here. Yeah, they're getting close to calling judgment. Yeah, they're getting close to it. But there's going to be someone that testifies. And again, I'm hearing it's a son. There's someone that testifies. It's a full body betrayal. And it's going to be something he doesn't see coming. Right? And I really did hear my son like that. Like, what? You know? But I'm getting, I don't know if there's a stepson. It's like a son, but it's not really your son. It's like a stepson, right? If the son is not really your son, it's like someone had a child. Yeah, like someone had a child. And that person's going to testify. But they do consider this person their son. They do consider this person their son, yeah. But they're not. They're not. So I don't know who that is. Five of Swords in reverse. Okay. He's not going to stop the testimony. He's going to allow it to go. He's going to allow it to go because of the connection he has. But this person that testifies, if it is his son, if his son does testify, it is going to help. It's going to help. It's going to help judgment. How? I don't know. It's going to help judgment, though. All right, let's continue. One more, please. Queen of Staff keeps coming up. One more. There she goes again. Yeah. There's no regret here. Yeah, there's a betrayal. Yeah, this is a son. It's either his son wants to testify, he's on a list to testify, he will testify. Something like that. And this is a son. It's not his son. It's a son that he calls son. And he, like, raised this kid. But it's not his kid. Put it that way, okay? They don't have a good relationship. There's no good relationship since this thing started. But it seems like he's the one that's coming up. So let's see what's going on with that. But there definitely is full body betrayal. There definitely is a secret, something he sees, something he doesn't see coming. Okay, definitely. And it kind of is part of a strategy, right? It's part of a strategy with conflict there. It's like it's the person is testifying because he doesn't. It's like they're not getting along because he's not getting paid any longer, if that makes sense. He's not being paid any longer. So he's going to tell what he knows, or he is positioned to tell what he knows, okay? But what he knows is not really anything. It's like nothing that we haven't heard. And it's what he thinks. It's not what he saw. So, like I said, it's going to help. It's going to help. All right, this was messy. That last line was very messy. Very messy about who's about to testify or wants to testify. Anyway, guys, that is it. I will have a blessed day. I hope you do the same. I don't know. That's messy boots for the trial for Puffy. I hope that's not true. I hope that does not come true. I hope that's not something, because I don't want to see a child testify against their parent in something like that. I don't want to know that you knew your dad was doing all this craziness. I don't want to know it. I don't want to know it, you know? But I can't help what the universe is showing, so who knows, all right? Okay, everyone, have a blessed and beautiful day, and just stay prayed up. You know, go see someone you haven't seen in a while. Go talk to someone you haven't talked to in a while. Go have an ice cream cone in this 100-degree weather, and go enjoy your life. Go enjoy the day. It's here for you to live and for you to have fun. Have a good day. Bye, Spirit Guide.